I've learned to self-advocate as an autistic person, to let people know I have sensory issues, to let them know I might info dump, to let them know that, if I could critically deconstruct something, it has nothing to do with them. But if we had a basic social interaction where we both open up by talking about how we're different as people, then there is no need for that. There is no need for, because
Right.
we've already made the
But
space
that
for it.
means you got to be vulnerable, and people don't necessarily want to share what they think you are going to use against them, right? Which goes back to what you said earlier. Now, how do you suggest that that activity, that those silos are mitigated as we move forward? Are there ways to do that that could be implemented
It
and have
it
effect?
it can be done through the Socratic method, but only if people are not offended by the fact that you're asking questions. If it's okay for me to say, all right, imagine that you're a person who's not an engineer, who doesn't deal with numbers and figures very well and isn't convinced by them, who is more affected by human experience, who is more affected by human faces, is more affected by their sense of community for trust. Assume that you're that person. What kind of website would that person need in order to convince them to use your product? If you
Mhm.
can ask the right questions, then you can give someone a cognitive reframe and you can pull them out of their rut. But you have to be able to ask questions.